This is Sarah. She has developed a fancy little service to convert a monetary amount in one currency into another currency. She needs it in a couple of different places in an order processing program that she's working on. Due to the program's excellence, one day she decides she wants to use it in another program. She put the code in a Java jar that she can add to the class path of any program that needs it. But there is a problem with the service. It takes too long time to start up. It needs to be initiated with currency exchange rate like those published on Yahoo's currency converter website. This is a time-consuming process in which it takes too much time to initiate every time she needs to convert one monetary amount. So, she hosts her converter in its own little program that is always running and can always be called from any of her other programs. What she has created now is a monetary currency converter service. Not only do a couple of her programs use it, but some of her co-workers in her department like it and start invoking it in their programs. All of a sudden, programs in other departments in her company she never even heard of are using it. The converter is getting run so much that response times are slow, so she pursued her manager to buy a more powerful machine to host her service. The manager isn't happy about spending money from his budget for yet another machine that she told him is doing something simple, but she convinced him. One weekend, the machine crashes, and she finds out about it because someone from a company that she never even heard of calls her at home, asking that she come into the office to get the converter running again. Later, her manager says she has received complaints from another department about her converter not updating to the current exchange rates in a timely enough manner. He wants her to fix it, but doesn't want her to take time away from her real work. How did she become responsible for all this? One day she say, to heck with this, she's not going to be responsible for the converter anymore, and she shut it down. Lots of complaint emails start circulating through the company from people trying to find out who's responsible for the converter and why it's not running anymore. Many of the emails complain that very valuable programs no longer run without the converter. Customers are angry, her company is losing money, and with any luck, when everyone finds out it was she may actually get fired. How does this happen? Now, let's look at this from another perspective. This is Pete, a different employee in the same company, working on a product catalog application. Users in different countries want to be able to see what the products cost in their currency. A coworker tells him about this service you can call that converts each product's price to the user's currency. He tries it out, makes sure it works, and then implements his application using it. His manager is happy that he got the new feature working in record time. Customers love the feature, and sales on his website improves remarkably. Then, one weekend, Pete's website stops working. It can't display prices in other currencies. His manager calls him at home and tells him to fix his program pronto. Pete called his co-worker at home, who tells him about the friend of a friend that told her about the service. Meanwhile, the assistant to the vice president of sales calls to inform Pete the customers are complaining. Pete tells him about the friend of a friend who apparently wrote the service. The assistant calls that guy and tells him to get into the office and get that service working again right now. Meanwhile, Pete is in trouble because his catalog application stopped working even though there was nothing wrong with his application, just the service it was calling. How did this become his fault?